Welcome to Pathurst 53 on the road, and today we're in Django Fest 2010, marking the 10 years anniversary of this beautiful festival here in Washington, Langley, and Whidbey Island. And most of all, we don't forget that's 100 years anniversary of Django's birthday.
Indeed.
And here I'm with Tim Kliphuis, very, famous violin player. It's true.
Thank you.
It's true. That's what they say. And we're drinking some nice Pinot Noir in the afternoon from Oregon. And I think it's pretty good.
Yes,
and,
nice.
Yeah. So tell me a bit more about your background. Like you came from more classical side of the violin. How did you got involved into gypsy jazz and
at the conservatoire? I got in the conservatoire, and then it was my birthday on the 30th of September.
Yeah.
And somebody gave me a record, and the record was by Mr. Stefan Grappelli.
Wow, which one was that?
It was with McCoy Tyner, duo album, and bits of McCoy Tyner and bits of Alan Clare, I think. So it was like a compilation album, and I thought, wow, this is great. I didn't know Stefan Grappelli, and then the next week in the local paper, there was a little advert saying, hot club band looking for a violin player. Next week. So I thought, well, this can't be just coincidence. So I'll reply to the advert, and that was my first little band. And I started to learn about the style, about Stefan Grappelli.
Wow.
But I was at the same time studying classical music, so I didn't tell my conservatoire that I was doing jazz. It was sort of my hobby.
Yeah. And that was where you live?
I lived in Amsterdam because I was studying
at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell us a bit about you met when you saw Grappelli on the show somewhere?
Yes, I went. It was in '95, and we went to Munich. I just started playing this style, and he played a concert there in a big concert hall, and we went there and. I spoke to him before the show, played a little bit for him, and he was very encouraging. He said, "Yeah, keep playing. You're doing well."
How old was he at that time?
87.
Unbelievable, eh?
2 years before he died, and he was playing fantastic. But he was in a wheelchair, so he went on the stage in a wheelchair. Then he got up, like this, and then he walked to his chair, sat down, and played. No problem. It was very, very, very nice.
Yeah. And what's Grappelli and Django and this whole music for you? What that represent for you?
I like Django very much because he's a musical innovator. Grappelli was not so much an innovator. He was learning about jazz.
Yeah.
Django was far ahead.
Yeah.
But what Grappelli had, and which Django needed to have the success that he had, was romance, passion in the melodic way of playing. For me, Grappelli means romance, and it means melodies, wonderful melodies that people hear, and it's like somebody singing. And so that's for me the essence of Grappelli. Is not all the notes. He plays many notes, but it's the musical line and the smile that he has when he plays.
That he put on people's face. Yeah.
Yeah, people start smiling when they hear the music. Yeah.
What do you think of this festival here, Django Fest?
I think it's wonderful. This is where I came here in 2004 for the first time.
Okay. It was with Sanson, no?
No, that was in 2006 in San Francisco. Okay. But the first time that I came here, they'd been going for 4 years. It was in the small room.
Yeah, the Wicker.
And now after 6 years, they've really grown. The audience is much bigger. There are far more guitar players from the States and violin players as well, who are doing this style, who are playing professionally, who are spreading the music through the States. And so it's really every city in America now has its own hot club, thanks to this and other Django festivals.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think of your fellow colleague Tony from
Very nice,
Chicago?
Tony Balogh, yeah. He has the Hungarian influence. He is Hungarian, and he has that Hungarian, well, you could call it hotel style. I don't know if it's not a nice way of saying it, but it is a style where the gypsies went and played for people at the tables. He knows about that. He has very good knowledge about that music. A lot more knowledge than many people.
Yeah.
And he's in that sense also a virtuoso. And he likes melodies. So he's a very good player.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Thanks for sitting down with me. And like I
welcome.
always say, let's keep drinking good wine with good friend and good gypsy jazz.
Exactly.